sought another way to connect with Jewish teens. He sought for a way for us to engage in Judaism in a fun and creative way and inspire us to take pride in our Jewish identity and connect to Israel. The result of this dream was the Jewish Student Union. I met Rabbi Mike at a JSU meeting my first year of high school, and through the Movitz Danforth Israel Scholars, I had the opportunity to learn from him and build a foundation for meaningful conversations about Israel, anti-Zionism, anti-Semitism, and Jewish practices. Please welcome Rabbi Mike.
Distinguished rabbis, Dr. Rayfeld, and other community leaders, ladies and gentlemen, and last but definitely not least, my dear JSU ambassadors. I must begin with a tremendous thank you, Hashem. Hodu Hashem ki tov, ki liolam chasdo. We are so grateful to Hashem for all the kindness He has shown us over the past year. So much has been accomplished as a result of the partnership and investment of each and every one of you in JSU. Before I share your earnings report, I must take a moment to express hakarat hatov, our gratitude to tonight's chairpeople, Elaine Farkas, Marcy Rosenberg, and Robin Rickerman. All of you make it seem so easy. Your dedication and attention to detail never ceases to amaze me. Tonight's success is thanks to you. To the JSU board under the leadership of Michael Rauschman, I cannot thank you enough for both your friendship and all that you do to enable JSU to create the transformative Jewish engagement programs and experiences that we bring the teens of our community. To the JSU team and spouses, Sam and Jackie Zitten, Rabbi Yitz and Racheli Staum, Esther Freund, your creativity, dedication, and self-sacrifice on behalf of the Jewish people does not go unnoticed. It is a lesson for all of us. May Hashem bless each and every one of you and your children for all that you do to take care of His children. Mama Judy Haber, you are a treasure and an organization's dream volunteer. You are so much a part of the fabric of JSU, I couldn't imagine us without your special imprint. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Judy, that was an inside line. You should know what I meant. And finally, to my family, especially my amazing wife, Selena, who could not be here this evening, I am deeply grateful and appreciative for your support and encouragement and all that you do to make JSU what it is. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of two very dear friends and colleagues this evening. Rabbi Donnie Schwartz, the Midwest Regional Director of NCSY, and Rabbi Tzvi Kupfer, JSU Director of Minneapolis. Thank you for coming. It means so much to us to have you with us. In the last academic year, we, and when I say we, I mean each and every one of you, shattered every benchmark set regarding teen engagement and impact. Last year, we engaged 811 teens, 7,094 times at 342 events. We ran 15 clubs in 13 schools, in addition to the college accredited by SLU, Gala and Milton Movitz Senator John Danforth Israel Scholars Program. We took 14 teens on APAC Policy Conference and other teen-related Israel engagement programs, thanks to the establishment of the Rick and Marcy Kornfeld Israel Engagement Endowment Fund. In April, due to the generosity of Bill Solomon, JSU sponsored a community-wide Israel Engagement Week, in which noted Israeli educator and former Harvard professor Zev Ben Shachar spoke to hundreds of students and adults from across the spectrum of our community on a variety of issues and topics relating to Israel, specifically BDS and Israel on the college campus. 15 JSUers spent their summer in Israel on JSU's acclaimed The Jerusalem Journey, a month-long Israel engagement program. And over a dozen are spending a gap year in Israel, serving in the IDF, or further exploring their Jewish identity on a variety of educational programs. This year, together with you, we are already on pace to have an even greater impact on the teens of St. Louis. And it doesn't end upon graduation. Each year, JSU staff gathers information as to where our new alumni will be attending university. And, with their permission, we send every Jewish campus organization a list of names and contact information for our alumni that will be attending their particular university. And we let them know that our JSUers are expecting a phone call from them, or shall I say a Snapchat, or an Instagram, or a Facebook, actually they don't do Facebook anymore, inviting them to get involved. Through this simple act, we tear down the barriers that most freshmen experience when it comes to Jewish engagement on the college campus. They continue their involvement in Jewish campus activities and are poised to stay involved upon their graduation and entry into the professional world. And it works. I cannot begin to describe the experience of engaging in discussion and dialogue with the JSUers at our various clubs. To see their faces light up from the meaningful discourse on Jewish values and philosophy and how they relate to contemporary issues of interest to them. They see a Judaism that is alive, a Judaism that is meaningful, a Judaism that is relevant to them, and most importantly, a Judaism that they want to become more connected to. JSU has redefined the high school experience for the Jewish teen of St. Louis. It is no longer about English, science, math, and sports. And it's no longer just about a social construct. It has now become about reclaiming what is rightfully theirs, their Jewish heritage. The Torah itself says, Torah tziva lanu Moshe, Morasha Kehilat Yaakov. Moshe commanded the Torah to us as an inheritance of the entire Jewish people. The Torah belongs to each and every Jew, regardless of who they are and how they practice or don't practice their Judaism, an inheritance that they want to have. Over the years, we have worked hard to earn the trust and respect of the community and its institutions. This applies both in the realm of financial support and in the realm of collaboration. We are deeply grateful to the Jewish Federation of St. Louis and its supporting foundations for their continued commitment to our shared mission, their financial support, and program collaboration through the Center for Jewish Learning under the leadership of Cindy Levy. In addition, we now collaborate with more than 24 synagogues, temples, youth groups, and educational organizations to expand the JSU impact. One of the accomplishments this past year that I am most proud of is that JSU staff member Sam Zitten has been recruited by the teens of BBYO in St. Louis to serve as a BBYO advisor. He deserves it. For this academic year, JSU has several new and exciting programs for both teens and adults. First and foremost, JSU will be launching its 16th club at Parkway South, yes, I did say South, High School. Just last month, we began the long-awaited and requested Jewish Scholars Fellowship, a program developed and taught by JSU staff member Rabbi Yitz Staum. And in this program, teens grapple with issues of interest to them through ancient and contemporary Jewish texts. We also are in the process of launching, listen carefully, JSU for Parents, a program for JSU parents in which participants will explore issues of interest facing parents through a Jewish lens. The goal of JSU for Parents is to strengthen the Jewish identity and engagement of the entire family. Those are but a few of the many exciting and engaging programs being launched this year. Yet, despite all of our accomplishments and successes, there is so much more to be done, and so many more teens to inspire. However, I am confident that with Hashem's help and your continued partnership, JSU will continue to grow and expand both the depth and breadth of its impact, thus creating a brighter and stronger Jewish future. The Torah tells us that when the Jewish people arrived at Mount Sinai to receive the Torah from God, they encamped at the foot of the mountain. The exact language of the Torah is Vayichan Sham Yisrael Neged Hahar. The Jewish people encamped there opposite the mountain. What is unusual about this verbiage chosen by God to describe the encampment of the Jewish people is that it uses the singular version for encamping. Vayichan means, and he camped, rather than the plural form, vayachanu, and they camped, which would seem to be more appropriate since it is referring to an encampment of close to 3 million people. The great commentator Rashi explains, it's a donation, hold on. All right, that is totally embarrassing. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn off your cell phones. Thank God my wife's not here. I never hear the end of it. Okay. The great commentator Rashi, let's see, back to where we were, explains that the reason the Torah uses the singular verb instead of the plural format was to teach us that at that moment in time, the Jewish people united as one. They were ki'ish echad, belev echad, like one person with one heart. It was this unity of mind and spirit, mind and heart, that was a prerequisite for them to be able to experience the revelation at Mount Sinai and receive the Torah. At our last Gala, we embarked on a very ambitious project. With the leadership and support of Gloria Feldman, along with the shared vision of tonight's honorees, Galia and Milton Movitz, Doctors Greg Storch and Lisa Ring, Harvey and Esther Liss Greenstein, Paul and Deanne Gallant, and in the memory of Simon and Bobby Cohn, we announced the Torah of Unity project. The writing of a new Torah with the singular goal of uniting the youth of St. Louis through the creation of the one thing that we all share, our Holy Torah. Since that evening, JSU staff has taught hundreds of youth from preschool through college how a Torah is made and written. We also impressed upon them the unique and special role they play in the fabric of the Jewish people, and how, just like if one letter is missing or cracked, the entire Torah is not usable, so too, if one Jew is missing from the Jewish collective community, the entire Jewish people are lacking. Then, each group gathered together as we wrote with them their own special letter in this very special Torah. But I would like to take this message a bit deeper. Travel back with me, the year 1945. The war is over, and the remnants of our people were starting the long, arduous process of rebuilding their lives. A group of survivors from Vilna met one another in a DP camp, and they decided that they were going to travel back to Vilna together with U.S. Army Chaplain Rabbi Leo Goldberg to see what, if anything, was left of their past. After several weeks traveling by foot, they arrived in Vilna and went straight to the synagogue. When they walked in, they were reminded once again of the living hell of the past 4 years. The shul had been ransacked, and all the holy books and the holy ark were gone. As they began to process what their eyes beheld, one of the survivors said, "Friends, today is the holiday of Simchat Torah. We must dance." Another incredulously responded, "How can we dance after what we've been through? And with what shall we dance? Our Torahs are gone." At that moment, they heard a sound by the door. When they opened the door, they saw 2 orphaned children, a little boy who you know now as Abe Foxman, and a little girl. They went over to the children, picked them up, and began to dance with the children, their living Torahs, like they had never danced before. JSU ambassadors, on behalf of everyone in this room tonight, I want to impart an important message to you. You are our living Torahs. Your commitment and dedication to your heritage will define the future of the Jewish people. The 1.5 million children, including Gloria Feldman's 2 brothers, are not lost. Their eternity lies with you. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. While most of the Torah was written by a scribe in Israel, tonight, with much gratitude to Hashem, our honorees, and to everyone who participated in this special project, we are going to inscribe the last letter of the Torah of Unity. I am honored to have my dear friend and scribe, Rabbi Ari Strulowitz, here this evening, who will facilitate the inscription of the last letter, the letter Lamed, thus completing the project and enabling the Torah to be used throughout the community to inspire the next generation of Jews with a Torah made just for them. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the video screens.